Have you ever found yourself dreaming about buying your first home, but then felt overwhelmed by the daunting task of saving enough for the hefty down payment? If you're nodding your head yes, you're definitely not alone, and you've come to the right place. In this video, we're diving into the latest and potentially game-changing registered investment account offered by Canada, the First Home Savings Account, or FHSA. Now, you might be familiar with the TFSA, RRSP, RESP, or RDSP, but now there's a new kid on the block. The FHSA, introduced by the Canadian government last year and recently launched in April of 2023. This account is designed to make the dream of home ownership more obtainable. By the end of this video, you'll know everything there is to need to know about the FHSA and how it works. Let's unravel this a bit. You might have noticed that I've been using the terms savings and investing. Enchantedly, that's because despite the savings in this title, the FHSA is actually a registered investment account. Typically, when you invest, you need to pay tax on the earnings, but certain accounts offer tax benefits. The classic example is the TFSA in Canada. Here your money grows tax-free and withdrawals are also tax-free. Then there's the RRSPs, where your contributions reduce your current tax income, deferring tax into the future. The FHSA in some ways combines the perks of both the TFSA and the RRSP. Contributions can reduce your taxable income like an RRSP, while growth and withdrawals, for qualifying purposes, are tax-free like the tax-free savings account. But here's the catch. To enjoy these benefits, you must use the withdrawn funds to buy your first home. So let's paint a picture. Imagine that the FHSA is an empty box. You put $5,000 and your annual salary is $55,000 a year. Your taxable income drops to $50,000. Fast forward 5 years and you're ready to buy your first home. You have $30,000 in your FHSA, withdraw it tax-free, and your taxable income stays at $55,000, not $85,000. However, this tax-free withdrawal privilege only applies if you're using the funds to buy your first home. If you're not using it to buy your first home, you'll need to pay tax on the earnings. So who can open an FHSA? You must be a Canadian resident aged 18 to 71 years old and a first-time home buyer, which means you haven't owned a home for the past 4 years. Interestingly, it's called a First Home Savings Account, but essentially for your first home or your first home that you've owned in the last 4 years. There's also an age-related catch. You can have your FHSA opened up to 15 years after the year that you open your account or until the end of the year that you turn 71, whichever comes first. Now, what if you don't use the funds for a home within 15 years or by the time you turn 71? Well, you won't lose the money, but you won't enjoy the tax benefits either. A better option might be transferring these funds into your RSP or a registered retirement income fund or a RIF on a tax-deferred basis. But something to note, we are not a financial planner, so please refer to your financial planner to get this proper advice. Annually, you can contribute up to $8,000 to this account, with the unused portions carrying forward to a maximum of $8,000 for the following year. Now let's talk investment. While your FHSA can and should be used for investing, remember that it's different than long-term vehicles like a TFSA or an RRSP. Since the goal is to use the funds for a home in a relatively short time frame, consider investments that balance growth potential with risk management. Options might include passive index funds, ETFs, or even GICs with guaranteed returns. But once again, please consult with your financial planner who are more educated to advise on these strategies. But is the FHSA the ultimate solution to Canada's housing affordability crisis? Not entirely. It doesn't completely address all of the issues, but it's a step in the right direction. It's worth noting that you can combine the benefits of the FHSA with an RRSP's first-time homebuyers plan, which will give you an even stronger financial boost towards your home purchase. So with all this knowledge about the FHSA, you're now better equipped to plan your journey towards home ownership. And remember, while this account might not solve all of the problem, it's a valuable tool in your financial arsenal. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.